Here is what you need to know about Sakura's Pentouch paint markers. Pentouch is a valve action type marker that can not only write on paper but also on a variety of alternative surfaces like plastic, glass, and metal. The valve action system allows you to reprime the marker by depressing the tip, allowing the ink to transfer from the chamber to the nib. The high-quality paint provides opaque and vibrant colors and is permanent on most surfaces. The Pentouch paint marker meets ACMI non-toxicity standards. It is xylene-free, so you won't get the strong, harsh odor from typical industrial markers. In addition to our bullet tip paint markers, we also offer the Pentouch Calligrapher, which has a chisel nib shaped specifically for broad-edged calligraphy. The letter on top of each cap helps identify the type of nib you're using. It is also the first thing you see in our Pentouch display available at various art supply stores. The F and EF stand for fine and extra fine, and the C stands for calligrapher. The bullet tip comes in 3 point sizes and 10 colors, while the extra fine comes in 5 colors. The chisel calligrapher version comes in 2 line widths and 5 colors. Replacement nibs are available for all Pentouch markers to maximize the longevity of the ink. Here are the best ways to use these markers. Please follow these procedures not only the first time but each time when you prime the valve of the pen to start the ink flow. These instructions are also on the barrel. First, shake the marker with your finger on top of the closed cap and point the nib upwards. The gravity will pull down the ink from the narrow end of the nib, and the shaking will help mix the paint evenly throughout the barrel. The paint is sufficiently mixed when you hear the clicking sound of the metal agitation ball inside the barrel. Next, remove the cap with the tip pointed up and use the top of the cap to press down on the nib to release internal pressure. If you press down on the nib with the tip pointed on the downward direction, the pressure built up at the end of the barrel will force the liquid ink out from the front, thus causing the flood of the ink all at once. Lastly, after releasing the internal pressure, depress the nib downward to write. Sometimes the ink may take up to a minute to flow out, so make sure you don't overpump the marker. We always recommend testing the ink before applying to your projects, as many surfaces contain special coatings to resist the paint from adhering to the surface. To store the markers, cap them tightly to prevent air from drying out the nib and the paint in the barrel, and store them horizontally in ambient room temperature. Placing them vertically for an extended length of time will cause the solids and the mixing ball to settle in the narrow end of the barrel, which makes it more difficult to mix together at a later time. Last but not least, people sometimes struggle with removing the plastic shrink wrap from a new pen. The quickest solution is to tightly hold the marker from both ends and twist it in an opposite direction until the plastic comes apart. Have fun marking, drawing, and decorating with these Pentouch paint markers in solid opaque colors and super shiny metallics.